Hello everyone, so I challenged myself to draw a Shintani Dragon Ball Super art style every day, and while I was doing that challenge, I thought to myself, might as well just draw the scenes or telling a story for my remake of my episode, or the Dragon Ball Pivot story, whatever that is. So yeah, it's a fan-made story series, so there's a lot of things that I changed, and there's a lot of things that I kind of retcon in my series, if ever you're following it or whatever. So there's a lot of people who follows the story. There are also a lot of people just there to watch like the animation and all that stuff, so I understand those two sides of the coin. And also it kind of probably practices my writing skill, if ever there was a writing skill to begin with. So this Psycore, I have to retcon a lot of stuff about the Psycore, because I just, I was just a young kid. I just saw like Psycore Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and I thought that, oh, might as well just have him transform to Super Saiyan 4, 1, 2, 3, and all that stuff. And a lot of people complain that, wait, he's already in Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan 5, he's not supposed to be able to transform with Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, whatever. And I thought to myself, oh, I didn't knew that. I didn't read the thing yet. I was just looking at pictures in, fan-made character pictures in the internet. So yeah, first of all, he doesn't transform, and also I'm just retelling the story here, right? So he wished from the Dragon Balls, from the Golden Dragon, the Super Dragon Balls. I don't know what he's called, the Eternal Dragon, I think, or yeah, something like that. He wished for a formidable opponent, or something like that, for him to be challenged or something. So this is right after the Tournament of Power. He gathered the Super Dragon Balls again and wished for this to happen, right? I know that the timeline might be kind of screwed or something, but yeah. So then the Dragon Ball Super, Broly movie happened, but everything in that movie kind of the same way, the events in there is the same way, but we are met with this character. Now you see that I changed kind of his color scheme. This is Frost, well, not the Frost that you know from Dragon Ball Super, but this is Frost, right? I already made Frost myself before Dragon Ball Super, and now I have to change his name because there's already Frost, and people who watch Dragon Ball Super is gonna be confused if ever I use the same name, right? He's a fan-made character that I had back then. So yeah, this is Frost. I remade an first episode where they fought Broly, and then they fought this guy, right? And they were forced to fuse, and then it didn't make sense to me at the very least, when I'm rewatching this when I'm older or something, how Broly, an evil person, fused with Goku. So I was really young, so I just wanted them to fuse or something. So yeah, this character is somewhat of an uncle or a father figure or something like that for Frieza. He's obviously a relative of Frieza, and he's kind of disappointed about Frieza, right? So he's like, Frieza, you disappointed me or something like that. I don't know. So he wants to go back to Earth and, do the revenge thing, right? But along that line, one of his, soldiers or workers, named Chilai, Chilai be like Kinkai, I don't know, found Broly. Yeah. So they questioned Broly and they hired them alongside with them. Also, you might be able to tell about the date on the lower right. Yeah, it's a bit jumpy, right? So I didn't drew them in the order of the story. In this video, I reordered the drawings in the order of the story because it might be confusing if I'm talking about this and that, and I have to jump over things, right? Originally I drew them in order of whatever I wanted to draw, right? This is the last day that I drew this character, so that was yesterday. I'm recording this video on Friday, and that was like Thursday. This is Thursday that I drew these characters, or this drawing in particular, and I got like already hold of the art style and all that stuff. So I'm kind of confident of how it looks like, and this is probably the drawing that took the longest because of how detailed, or how how there are 3 characters there. So yeah, so right here we see him just like introducing Frieza, to Frieza. He's introducing to Frieza, Broly, and Pargus. Pargus, I don't know, but I'm sure his name was a pun for Pargus or Asparagus. I'm just not really sure. I forgot their names. So, yeah, I had to do some shading here. I forgot, but yeah. So eventually they came back to Earth, and they have this pond or something, so they had to go there. Also, in line with that, they were looking for the Dragon Balls again to wish for immortality this time, not to grow taller for some fucking odd reason. I don't know why they do that, but immortality again, because Frieza hates planet Earth's hell, or hell in general. So there we go. So yeah, everything played out the same way as it is, except Broly came back to his senses. So the time that Broly came back to his senses was the time where Goku transformed into Super Saiyan God form and said to him like, I know you're a good person, right? Or something like that. So yeah, not the Super Saiyan Blue, right? Just the red-haired colored form. And he's like, all right, then Broly came back to his senses at that time. And then Frost was like, this is boring, right? He's like, I will, make this entertaining. So he went, and Frieza was also there, and they fought. Like, everyone just fought each other. So it's 3v2, and they couldn't handle it because also Broly doesn't have a Super Saiyan form yet. And Pargus also doesn't really, he can't control Broly anymore because he doesn't have the remote control or whatever, and he's still kind of shocked with the Super Saiyan because it's a legendary transformation and all that stuff. And eventually, Vegeta got killed off by Frost. So that happens. Yeah, it's a lot of take in, but I remade the story, so here we are. I'm just remaking it in a Pictionary version, kind of slideshow. I already remade it like twice, 3 times or whatever back then. But yeah, here we are again. We have to remake it because Super existed now. Before it didn't existed, and I had to make some characters and all that stuff. So yeah, so Vegeta got killed off, and then Goku and Broly decided to fuse because that's the only way they would be able to defeat the golden form of that was Frost there, golden form Frost. So where did they can't do the fusion dance, of course, in front of them. That would be really stupid. So they used the Dragon Balls to wish for Potara earrings. So they got the Potara earrings, and Goku and Broly decided to fuse. This drawing particularly, Goku, took me just 2 hours compared to Broly, where it took me more than like an hour to draw, like maybe 3 hours or something. I don't know, but it took me. I was pretty sure that it took me longer than Goku. So yeah, they decided to fuse after that. So that's what again Zykor wished for, right? Broly or Karoli, I think. Let's name him Karoli. So yeah, and eventually, as they were fighting and all that stuff, Goku was in control of the fusion, right? Because he has more personality than Broly had. I'm not downplaying whatever they did to fix Broly's, lack of personality before, but yeah. So, how is he gonna fight Zykor, right? Or how is he gonna fight even this guys who has golden form, who practiced and trained golden form and all that stuff, because they are capable and all that stuff. So eventually they accidentally killed Asparagus in the background, and that's when he lost control, and that's when he started rampaging and able to destroy planet Earth and destroy everything, right? And then that's when he also flew by in the planet of Simnosis. I think I forgot the name, but yeah, my original character, which was Detsuka, and that's where he fought him, and that's when they met, and he sent back to the past Detsuka so that he can get another chance to save his future. So that's when he also sent back Karoli in the past. When Karoli finally met Zykor, they were gonna fight, and they've been fighting for like more than a year or something, and then they got cut off because he got sent back to the past, and then Zykor got mad, and he just used his godly powers to go back to the past. Again, here a retcon happened with the Potara earrings just lasting an hour. I didn't like that, of course. So in my version, it lasts for forever, right? Because they can wish for a Dragon Ball to diffuse them. So yeah. So that's where the story is now, where after they sorry, they defeated Karoli. Zyko came back in time to, punish these mortals who stole his toy or his fun or whatever. So there we are. I hope that kind of make things clear for those who are interested with the story. I made a document. You can read it and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.